what's poppin'? Hey, what's going on? It is Ty and Lay's Take today. I am Ty, and episode 18. What's going on, Lay?
Hey, Ty. I cannot believe it's episode 18. 18. Can you believe that?
2 away from 20.
2 away from 20. I cannot believe. Still can remember our first show. So blessed. So happy to be here, Ty. We back with another one.
And Lay, you've been all around. Like, you are staying busy.
Very busy. Busy in a professional and in a fun way. Yeah, you know, I work hard so I can play hard. So I've been having some amazing experiences. But you want to talk about that now? Or you want to?
Yeah, I have one question. How in the world did you wear those boots?
You must be talking about the Beyonce concert.
Yes.
Okay, so let's bring it back. So I went to the Beyonce concert in Houston. I was there night one. We didn't win the Mute Challenge, unfortunately.
Neither did Detroit.
Oh, we were not. We sounded like we were at like the loud. No one was mute. We were not muted off in Detroit, but we did good. But the second night they killed us. But it was such an amazing time. I had so much fun. I went with my soror, my big sister Sierra, and we had a time. So when I tell you that she is everything. So these are the boots that he's talking about, y'all, because just so y'all can see how we were doing it. My look was inspired by Beyonce's birthday post of her Virgo's Groove shirt. And so I kind of tried to recreate that with a little spin, a little twist. So shout out to my cousin Kendra, because she definitely styled me for this, because I was stressed out. I had ordered all this silver stuff, and I didn't wear anything silver.
So where's the silver?
So literally that outfit, I ordered all of that was from online, except for my boots and my stockings. All of that was Amazon Prime. I got all of that in 2 days before the concert.
Okay, Amazon.
Yeah, shout out to Amazon Prime, because they are unbelievably fast. Like, my shirt was not supposed to get here until 10 p.m. the night that I was flying out, and I was going to be in Houston at like 7 p.m. So I was like devastated. I'm like, what am I going to do? And it came at 8 o'clock in the morning. So don't sleep on the time. Just trust Amazon's process, because they always get you together. So I was super excited about my little look. And that my little silver strap that's on my leg. Everybody's been asking me, like, girl, what is that? That's a fan. So I could clack. Yes. So we had so much fun. When I tell you that the concert was amazing, she's incredible. Words can't even do it justice. Let me just show you. First, let me show you my big sister. This is Sierra.
Yes.
Gorgeous. And then let me show you how she stepped, okay? Because Beyonce.
I would say we got a video clip, right?
We got a little clip, so let me just show you.
Let's just relive it.
Yes.
I'm sorry, I had to record the little, because y'all only get to see what we're showing on the screen, so I had to get the back. Lay was like,
yes.
I had to get the little snippet. I pulled the phone out.
Beyonce is amazing. If you get the opportunity to see her, even if you didn't get to see her this tour, when she announces her next tour, go. She's worth every penny. She's worth every money. And each time I've gone, I've tried to upgrade my experience. So I was on the floor this time. I was 4th row from the stage. That was my phone, y'all. You see how close that was, girl. That was my video. I took that, okay? Next time, I'm definitely going to be in whatever Beehive, Renaissance Club, whatever she got, I'm going to be there, because she's just worth it. The experience is amazing. And She's incredible. She really is incredible. It's a production. It's not a show. It's a production. She puts time. She puts work. She gave her everything. And then of course the Megan Thee Stallion popped out. So I was like worth every single penny. Okay.
Did she make y'all wait as long as she made us wait in Detroit?
Yes. Yes. She was supposed to come on at 8.
She came out at 10.
In Houston. She didn't come on until about 9:45. Yeah. Definitely nice wait. No opener, no music, just us sitting there like. But it was okay because we were our experience was a little different. We got our little pictures in and we mingled a little bit more. In Houston, people are so friendly down there. It was incredible. So the Beyonce concert was absolutely amazing. Okay, I could not have asked for a better experience with a better person. It was just awesome. So if you can put you some money up to see Beyonce, do it. She's worth it. She's absolutely worth it. So you know that though, Ty, because we got to see her. That was my second time. Seeing her. So I got to see her with my boo Ty, and I got to see her with my big sister here. So we had a phenomenal time. It was great.
I'd agree. The next concert, I'm there.
Yes.
I will go. I will pay whatever I need to pay to see her because, like you said, it's just an experience each time that you just can't get enough of.
Absolutely.
So, and I'm ready to. I found somebody who really went full throttle with their outfit at the Detroit show. I was scrolling through Twitter and I'm like, that outfit. So now I know because like we went last minute. We were like,
we just threw something on. We were cute though, always cute.
Yeah, we looked good. We had fun. But
I actually still have a picture of us.
I may.
Oh no, I don't see it. Okay, nope. That's okay.
The wonderful world of StreamYard.
So yeah, no, it was fantastic. So that was the thing I got to, I did this past weekend. And then or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember right now, but whenever the Houston show was, is when I went. And then I got to do something else that was really exciting. And this was actually a really last minute thing. I got to go to see Dr. Cornel West speak here in Detroit. He's really profound. It was such an honor to be in the room with a historical figure of his caliber. He is incredible. If you guys don't know, I'm an AKA. I'm a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, and he's a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. And we got to take a picture. He signed my book. I have it right here. He signed my book, y'all. He signed my books. He's written over 50 books. This book is about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I just got it, so I haven't started it yet. But he signed my book for me.
Yes, you get to add that to your collection.
I'm a reader, y'all. If y'all don't know, I like old fashioned paperback, hardback books. Okay, so it was incredible, and I met him. We got to take this picture. I got to ask him a question because some of you might not even know, but he's actually running for president. So I got to ask him. He had some very profound thoughts, and I got to ask him questions. We had a great interaction. He's absolutely incredible. And then after the lecture, he ended up going out, and he invited us to come out to a restaurant bar downtown in Detroit. And so we went. I actually went with my mama in love. I call her my mama in love, my mama mentor. And she took me to the lecture, and then we went to the bar downtown, and he was dancing. And I think the only way that I can show this is to show this. So let me show y'all this.
See, I am so glad you captured this video because I think that is the whole vibe. I think Lay got the golden footage because that's the move for a Friday. That's the move for today. I want to. I needed that.
Isn't he incredible? Like he what was so great to me was after he gave his lecture and everything, he was very passionate, he was very sincere, he was very, he said what he said type of guy. But when you actually connect with him, Ty, he is such a person. Like, we sat at the same table, we sat across from each other. I didn't order any food. Our drinks were paid for. He didn't personally pay for our drink, but he did pay for another lady's drink out of his own pocket. She went to pay, took her card out, and he was like, no, 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 no. He went in his pocket, he was like, here's this, and here's this for her next one if she wants something else for later. It was just like, he was just a real gentleman, and he was just really a person, like he had some fish and fries in front of him, and he was like, eat some of this. I was like, no, I'm fine. He said, you need to eat some of this fish. Like, you need to eat some of these fries, girl. Ain't no being cute at this table. Eat some food. So it was just an incredible experience. And it's going to be something I carry with me forever, because I think that was just like a moment in time. He's incredible. And some of you might not know, but my minor in college was in Africana or Black studies. So like, a lot of my reading and studies, and I read about, he's incredible. So that has been my wonderful, I got Beyonce, I got Dr. Cornel West. So I just heaven.
What's next?
I guess you just have to wait and see.
Guess we're gonna have to follow her on Instagram. It's right below her name on the little title. So y'all can follow her. Follow us too. Everything. But no, I love that. And I think it's so humbling to, like, when you get to go to a conference or see somebody speak, or get to have interaction with them after an event or a speech, because at the end of the day, we're all still human. Like, we all bleed the same, regardless if we don't necessarily, like, our views don't align. So I'm living through you, and I love it.
He's incredible. And us as young people, this is a sidebar, we have to start getting involved with politics. It can no longer be that we don't know who our city council representatives are. We don't know who our mayor is. We don't know who's running our states, our governors. We don't know who's representing our states in Congress. It cannot be that way anymore, because we're looking up and all of these things are changing. Like, some people are like, wait, where did Roe versus Wade even get overturned? Like, where did that come from? Where is this now Title IX, all this stuff? Where did all this happen? Because we're not paying attention. And he really talked about, like, being involved, paying attention, because we're going to look up and we're going to be reversing back to a world that we don't want to be in. So we have to be involved, especially our generation. So I think that staying involved with knowing what's going on in our communities, our historical leaders, what people are believing in, what the issues are, know the issues in your city, in your council, or in your city, or because I don't live in a city. I live in a township. So whatever's going on, know what's going on so that you are aware. Don't be that person. Okay, that's my tip for today. That's my tip.
Was that Lay's rant?
Lay's ranting tips. I'll take that. Lay's
yes, I agree. I think it's important. As much time as people spend hours and hours on the Shade Room or Hollywood Unlocked, I think it's just important to just even put in half of the time.
Absolutely.
And know what's going on, because like you said, if we're not active, if we're not encouraging our friends, our families to be active in our communities and on a national level, then like you said, we're only going to revert backwards. Absolutely. And it's ignorance that keeps us in the same, or we're going to repeat things that we don't need or never want to see again.
Absolutely. We got to pay attention. The time is now. Okay. The time is now. And there's so much information too, Ty. Like, it's right at our fingertips. But anyway, so that was my couple of events that I've gone to have been absolutely incredible. So that's catching up with Lay. Ty. Yeah. I know you just been working.
Listen, working. Nothing exciting. Actually, I had the chance to talk to a music artist from New Haven, promoting New Haven, Connecticut, He's promoting his newest album that just dropped called The Clip Off. So we had a really good conversation. That video is posted up on our YouTube page, Seven Taylor. So be sure to check it out, especially if you're looking for new music. It's streaming all over YouTube, Apple, Spotify, you name it, it's there. So go check it out and let me know which song that y'all are rocking with, because we talk about a wide variety of things, and sometimes topics are serious. Sometimes we're taking the takers to the bedroom, and other times we're just here to promote local business owners or music artists. So, giving the people the airplay, since we have the platform and the power to do so.
Absolutely. Make sure y'all.
So, shout outs to Seven Taylor. Be sure to check out that interview on our YouTube.
Yes. Well, let me put her up here so y'all can know how to spell her name and stuff. There she is, or he is. She is. She is.
He
is. Okay. Pronouns. I'm learning a lot from my co-hosts. Gotta ask. Okay. So there's his name. Make sure y'all go and follow him.
Yes, we should go follow him on Instagram at Seven Taylor. I like that. It's the number 7.
That's cute. No, okay, put it back up here, Lacey.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So that album, it was really cool. And be sure to check him out. YouTube, all over. Lay, is it time for our real takes?
I think it's time for some random takes. What do you
think?
Ready?
Random real takes.
Random real takes, because they're always random. Okay, y'all ready? Okay. Okay. I think this is a good one. Ty, is it acceptable to use a coupon on the first date?
I'm going to tell y'all what I read that as, and that word was not coupon. Oh
my gosh.
Is it acceptable to use a coupon on the first date? Oh. I mean, is it acceptable? Sure. Am I going to judge you? Absolutely. Am I going to use a coupon on a first date or any date at all? Probably not. Because when I think coupons, I saw on Facebook, I was scrolling the other day, and it had the little red machine. Machine. And it was like, did anybody ever just to run up there when they were a kid and just pull them and keep pulling the coupons and the numbers off of the little ticket thing? And I used to do that. I hope. Come on, people are out here using like coupons, like those. Remember those books that we used to have to sell in school with all the coupons? I don't know. We had to sell them. It was like a fundraiser. And if you paid $20, $25, you got a book like this thick, filled with coupons, and you could just use them.
I remember. It's like a fundraiser. Yeah.
No. I don't want. No, don't take me on a date if you're gonna use a coupon.
Really?
No, absolutely not.
Okay, you know what? I had your sentiment. I would definitely say at one point I agreed. This is what I'll say. If you use it, I don't want to see it. Like, you need to, like, if this book is like the checkbook, like, and this is the coupon, like, I need you to, like, or like go like here, like just kind of, or you need to go find the waitress, like go to the bathroom and like handle what you need to handle, because or get there early, give the waitress your coupon early. I don't know. I just don't want to see the transaction. I would definitely be like,
Lay's all about being early to the restaurant. Like the last time make sure you scope it out in advance. Make sure you don't order water with ice.
People are crazy. So you have to be prepared for people's crazy.
So how would you feel if you were on a date or you went out with somebody and they did that and they excused themselves, they went to the restroom or they gave it to the server before you guys got there together or whatever, and then Lay at the well, I guess if he's paying for it, I guess then it depends on who's paying for the meal. Because I was gonna say, aren't you gonna see it? It's gonna be like discount 15%.
No, because this is a tip, and I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna give it to takers. Listen to what I'm saying, okay? Taker, listen to me. If you are not paying, that is none of your business. I do not understand. Like when we were younger and we used to go to restaurants, we would want to see the bill as kids. And my mom used to be like, "Are you paying for it? Then it's none of your business." So that has stuck with me as I've gotten to be an adult. Like
Yes,
I go
mom.
on dates and they start talking about the bill, or he might huff at the bill, or he might. I don't care. I go on my deep on my phone. I la la. Ooh, this looks like it'd be a good drink. Maybe next time we can get that. I just Instagram. I get deep focused on something else because that's none of my business. So if you slide a coupon in with me, you don't have to worry about me trying to see what you. I don't care. I don't care because it's none of my business. I'm not paying. So I think in the same token, because I think using a coupon could be one or two things. He's either really cheap or really smart. And I think that if
There's
he,
a thin line. Like there's definitely a middle line in that.
I mean, because this is the thing, like, I feel like now I've been in a relationship for 2 years, right? If Babe had a coupon and he wanted to use a coupon, I would let him, I wouldn't be like, you know, like we go to movies on Tuesday because it's $5 or $6 and you get a free popcorn. Like, that's fine with me at this point in our relationship because we have actual financial goals, right? That we are trying to like get towards and like, yeah. So it's like, I'm fine with that now. If he would do that on the first date, this, this is something. It would be a talking point for sure. So that's why you said when you said you would judge them, I 100% understand why.
I
Because
agree. On the first date, yeah. But like if you've been in a relationship or you like go ahead and spend the coupon if you're gonna, you're gonna get a free appetizer or your popcorn is cheaper. That yes,
but
that
play it right too. Like I feel like if you're with a person who values like romance and like intimacy like me, if Babe was like, "Babe, you want to go to the movies today? I got this coupon." I would be like, "Okay, cool." But he was like, "Oh, I got this special thing planned. I want you to put this on for me." Da 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 da. And then we go and you pull out a coupon. I'm gonna be like, "No, you didn't. No, you did not."
was the experience of the presentation of the idea.
Yeah. Like, don't. I mean, even if it's, I think there's a difference between like a place that's giving a deal and a coupon to a
Yeah,
certain. Well, so okay, I have a question then. Does it matter? Does it matter? Does it matter the place you're at where they're using a coupon? So let's just say he's taking you to a 5-star restaurant that's like you can't find like drinks are $30. Like we're talking like money. Like we're talking like a nice restaurant like the prime ribs and steak and shrimp, whatever. Would you be offended if he pulled
I think I would be a little embarrassed.
out at the restaurant?
Yeah,
Why?
maybe it's because I'm full of myself, but I, if it's a very expensive restaurant and y'all had that 5-course meal, $30 drinks. Honestly, you probably should pregame and have a couple of drinks beforehand. But
On the first date,
like,
game on the first date.
I keep forgetting. See, look, I'm so on long term. Like I'm not thinking first date,
Okay.
but on a first date, if we go to a 5-star 5-course meal restaurant and you pull out a coupon,
This is what I'll say. This is what I'll say. If you pull out a coupon, because I do think that is smart, because why would you pay $100 when you can pay 75? And it doesn't matter who he's with. And I guess it's two ways to look at it. Like I also feel like you got to respect the man for being himself. Like he's not trying to come in and impress you and make you think that he's this guy. He's not a coupon clipper, right? He's not trying to make you think he's anything other than who he is. So I respect that, right? But at the same time, you better be clipping these coupons because you're trying to save your money and your money's going to other things like you're an investor or you're actually, you're financially
house or you're
responsible.
flipping a house.
Yeah, like you're responsible financially. Do not be clipping no coupons because you don't have no money.
Hey, shout outs to the CBS and Dearborn because they be covered in there
with the long.
all the coupons.
That's all I'm saying. As long as it's because you're truly financially responsible, and I know that okay, he might be a coupon pipper, but I know if I break a leg, if I need some real help, you got my back, and you have my back because you're that coupon clipper. Then okay, but don't be clipping no coupons because you want. We ain't even do it. We don't even do it. Do we have time for a story? Do we?
Yes.
Okay. I got one quick story. You know, I always got okay. In college, it's been so long. I don't think this person will realize that I'm talking about them anymore. So, so in college, I went on a date with this guy, and he was older than me. He was about 5 years older than me. Like he was older than me, and I usually don't even go that high up, especially back then. I was like 20. Yeah, like 19, 20 when I went on this date with this guy. So the first date, he took me to uh why can't I see the name of the restaurant? He took me to this really Mancy's Italian. He took me to Mancy's Italian, which is a Toledo chain. Very nice restaurant.
Oh, guess what? I'm gonna add it to my list since I keep going to Toledo in Ohio. Just make a song. I hope it's still there.
It is a bomb restaurant, seriously. And it's a Toledo chain, cool. So went there, super expensive. We did appetizers. He got me a dessert. I wasn't a drinker back then, so I wasn't doing alcohol or anything like that. But I was, we had this amazing, amazing time, right? So a couple days later, I'm mad at you about my cup too. I want my cup. Give me my cup. Time out. I want my cup. Okay, wait. So, okay. So I'm so sorry because this is something. A couple days later, he hit me up like, hey, what are you doing? Do you have some time? Like, do you want to go somewhere and like get something to eat? I'm like, yeah, okay. So he's like, well, where would you want to go? I was like, how about we go to Olive Garden? I love Olive Garden. I know some people do, some people don't. I'm an Olive Garden girl. I love Olive Garden. So, and it's not, to me, I used to go to Olive Garden all the time. It's not that expensive for me. I think I've talked about, I don't do the whole ask you to take me somewhere I wouldn't take myself. I don't do that. So Olive Garden, he's like, how about we go get ice cream? Okay, that's fine. It raised a red flag, but I was like, well, I won't say red. I'll say yellow. I was like, okay, that's fine because you were the one who asked me to go out to eat, and then you asked me to pick a place, and when I pick a place, you tell me let's go get ice cream. Okay, so then we go to Cold Stone. We go to Cold Stone. I get a like it birthday cake, ice cream, like whatever. Okay. The total for both our ice creams was $6.36. Now, mind you, I still have this standard of don't look at the bill, it's none of your business. So he just happened to be at the register a tad bit too long, right? Because we weren't going to sit in, we were going to go to the car. His card declined for $6.36. Why did you ask me out? Why did you take me to Mancy's Italian and Grill? Why did you do appetizers and dessert and like probably spend $300 to $400 in this restaurant? And 2 days later, you can't even get me a scoop of ice cream. That's not my type of guy. Like, you get what I mean? Like, you would have been better off. I would rather you have taken me to Olive Garden instead of, Mancy's Italian, because you did that to impress me, but that's not really what you can offer me. So I think, like, don't try to impress me to the point where you're impressing me with things that you can't maintain. Don't take me to Paris, and then in 2 years, you're talking about the only place you could take me is to Chicago. Not that there's anything wrong with Chicago, but it's like,
They said you take me to Paris, then we go into we go.
we going to Australia next. Like, keep that same energy. So it was just, I tell a story and I laugh about it all the time because it's like $3.36 his car declined. But something ended up happening. I kind of think like his mom must have cashed up him or something, and then it went through and it was fine. But that was definitely our last date. And I don't think that he knows that I know that his card declined, but I absolutely do know. And it was for $6.36. And that is a no-no. So anyway, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Shout outs. All right. Moral of the story: don't if you set the bar of expectations, make sure you're able to carry it, or even yeah.
That's right. That's don't cook every day if that's not what you're gonna do 2 years from now. Let it get better, not worse. Okay. Anyway, moving forward. With that being said, Ty, do first impressions really last forever?
You know, I'm gonna keep. I'm for each of these questions. I'm gonna use a song lyric or a title of a song.
Okay.
Sierra just said, "Nothing in this, nothing in this life lasts forever." So I'm rocking with it. You know, I think things are so temporary. I think you'll always hold that first time meeting or that first date or the first time like you guys did something together. I think that will always like be right there. But first impressions, I don't think they last forever because I feel like people are always, well, I like to think that people are in the mindset because I'm in the mindset of elevating and growing. So people, you know, like let's evolve and become better than what we were yesterday. So I think first impressions may like stay with you forever, but like people are constantly changing and evolving. I don't know if that answers your question.
It does. It totally answers my question. I think for me, it just depends on it depends on what the first impression was. Was my first impression of you when you walked in class? Was it what you said out of your mouth? Was it that what? I guess it would just depend for me what the first impression was. Because like, let's just say the first impression I have of you, like I meet my friend's boyfriend and I don't like the way he's talking to her. That's probably gonna last. Like because you know what I mean, or like my sister's boyfriend. Yeah, I don't like him. Like you know what I mean? Like and it's probably that doesn't mean I won't tolerate you. That doesn't mean that, but that impression, like you were saying, will last in my mind. That doesn't mean that that's gonna be always who you are. It's not a matter of character. It's about what I feel, my first impression. So it depends on the situation. So I would say first impressions do last because I think once someone has an impression of you, you have to work really hard to change it. You know, like if you go to a job interview and you're not together and you have a bad interview or whatever, that kind of stuff lasts and it could cost you the job. You know, so that's my take on that. It could, but totally receive your perspective because there's a lot of grace in there, and we love grace. We need grace. So, yeah, I love that. Yes. Okay. This next one's a little more ratchet, though, Ty. It's a little more ratchet. We're gonna get a little ratchet today. Are you ready?
It's not condoms or coupons, is it?
No condoms, no coupons.
Okay.
Okay. If your friend fights, do you fight?
Ooh. All right, y'all. All right. We being honest, right?
Yes.
I will tell you, I think that yes. I mean, yeah, what are you gonna do if somebody's trying to jump me and you're out with me? What you gonna do? Stand there and record it? Like, you're gonna let me get my butt beat? Like, and now I say this because I stay away from fighting, but your boy's been tossed out of a couple bars. Your boy's scuffed up at a couple clubs. But like that's young, dumb, and
I mean, not a judgment thing. It's just your past is your past. We've all done things we're not proud of. So I don't think that's the question.
I would hope that if I'm out with somebody and I needed help, somebody would fight for me. Because even though I'm not a fighter and I can't fight, I'm going to attempt. Because if you just stand there and you're like,
right.
I think that says a lot about somebody's character. And I think you always want to have people in your circle or be around, and people in your village that are gonna have your back, or gonna that you can feel safe and protected around. I don't want to be walking the streets or going out and then something pop off and the people that I'm with is like nowhere to be found.
That's true. Okay, I have a question then. Does having your back always mean that you have to fight? So let's like, does that mean that if you and a person is getting in an altercation and it seems like it's about to get physical and your friend stands in between y'all, like, no, Tyler, let's just go. Like, no, like, let's go. Is that having your back?
Yeah, you're trying to diffuse the situation before it turns into something that it doesn't need to.
So, okay, so let's just say that happens, but then you choose to swing anyway.
Oh, then that's you. I wouldn't say deliberately go out and be like rah rah rah, but
So,
like
okay, so you're saying like if let's say you went out with Paul and Paul is getting jumped, you're saying you're not going to watch Paul get jumped. But
I'm not, no.
If Paul and Ben are fighting, you're not saying that, oh, I got Paul's back, so if he swings, I swing. Or are you saying that's what you would do too?
So if I'm with somebody that is fighting or throws a punch, I think I would just try to, like you said, diffuse the situation. But
But it's
like if
already
someone,
up.
huh?
But it's already up. It's already up. So you
I'm
saying you're trying to break it up versus like trying to get yours in too?
yeah, I'm not gonna be like, come on, like
Their friend.
nah.
You know, people do that. That's why I'm asking. Like, people have that standard where it's like, okay, if you swing, I swing. So, what's up?
No, Tyler is gonna take the more civil approach. I'm gonna try to diffuse the situation. But I
Okay,
mean, like, yeah, no, I'm gonna diffuse the situation.
okay. I'm a diffuser as well. I prefer to diffuse. This is actually one of the reasons why I stopped going out because in college I had this was an issue for me, and I was just like, you know what? I just can't be a part of this. I can't be a part. I don't like putting myself, because it's one thing when you put yourself in a situation, but it's a whole nother ball game when you start putting other people into your mess. And I think that as an adult who has a career and we have things to lose, we have platforms, and we're public figures. So it's like if I get into a fight, it's a little different than you because somebody's gonna. I'm a public figure, so like this is
It'll
gonna
be reported.
it's gonna be a big deal for me. like I cannot be a part of your stuff. And I think too, for me, I actually was just having this conversation with a good friend of mine, and I was like, this is my thing. And for me personally, judge me if you want to, but I'm gonna be honest. It depends on the friend, because there are certain friends that I have where it's like it's up. I don't have to know what's going on. I don't need to know who did what, how, when, who, what, where, when, why. If I see my friend going, it suck. Like, what's up? That's
Meet
Lacey.
me in the club is going down.
Yeah, like it's like, what's up? Because if you touch that one, or you got this one riled up like this, something is up. Like you ever had that friend where it's like, if she don't like you, it's you, it's not her, because she's just so sweet and she's so, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, if this friend is tripping like this, oh, somebody is playing. So it's up. Right. And I'm not a fighter by any means. Please don't get this twisted or like I'm trying to be something I'm not. But it's more so like, okay, so it's up. What's up? Because somebody's playing real games up in here. Right. But there's been other friends that I've had who are shit starters, excuse my language, who start the issue and then want you to be a part of their bull. And it's like, nah, bro, no, it's not going like that. You're not about to pick on this girl or everything becomes a conflict. And now I gotta fight because you started this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to act like you a bully or you big bad. And now I'm fighting. Nah. You in that by yourself. I'm not getting
So do
involved.
you still go out with those types of friends, or is that more
But
so the people that you're not going out
no,
with?
no. But that's why. But in my experience, because if I'm being honest, in my younger days, I definitely had that mentality of like, "What's up?" Like, if you come for my friend, I'm gonna ride with my friend. Like, I'm gonna have her back, right?
Right.
But when you meet friends, because when we go out, I don't go out to fight. I don't go out to have a bad time. I don't go out to cause drama. I go out to have fun. I want to have fun with you. I want to see other women in the club and be able to socialize with them too, make new friends. I don't go out for drama. I'm not a drama filled person. I'm not a violent person. I don't like to fight. I'm too cute for that. I don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? I do not want to fight. I don't want to fight. If I have to fight, it just is what it is. But I'm gonna be mad because I didn't want to fight to begin with. So I feel like, but when you're put in situations where you're riding for people who, you have to be careful who you're riding with. Be careful whose car you're getting into, because you might be riding down a death road, meaning that people are out here playing games and really getting violent all the time, and that could be your life one day. So it's like, I'm not gonna keep going out with you, and every time we go out, it's always some drama because I don't get dressed, get cute, put my heels on to fight. When I get dressed, get
Fighting
cute.
some Beyonce boots.
You know what I'm saying? Now I broke my boots, my hair on the floor. Like, it's just too much. So, yeah. So for me, I don't believe in the mentality of your friend fights, I fight. I believe in the mentality of I have your back, and having your back, and us being adults, I would be like, Ty, we got a show, we got things we grinding for. This man here ain't worth nothing. We don't care nothing about what he talking about. Like, let's just go. Like, that's me having your back. The friend, just because somebody fights for you doesn't mean that they're having your back. And I think that's where things get confused. Like, yeah. So that's what I'll say.
Yeah, and like you said, just to reiterate, we as a show don't condone violence
At all. Don't be out here fighting. That's what I'm saying. Don't be out here fighting anybody.
life's too short. Life is way
Life
too
is too
short.
short.
It's like you
And
said, it's not worth it.
yeah, and you have better and bigger and better things to do than to fight. And if people are putting you in a situation where you have to fight, which is what I'm saying, then you need to reevaluate your friends, because that gets old extremely quick. So
Also, yeah, reevaluate your friends as well as reevaluate the environments that you put yourself in.
absolutely. But if somebody, we do advocate for you defending yourself. Always defend yourself. Always defend yourself. Don't be a crap starter, but defend yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think that was good. Those were good takes, Ty.
Yes.
I think those were good. I think it's time we kind of transition to a more serious topic. I think we all are familiar with the Oxford shooting that happened in 2021. For those who aren't, Ethan Crumbley was convicted as the shooter in the Oxford High School shooting, where 4 students were killed, and teachers and faculty and other students were injured. Sorry, I'm just, this is terrible. It's terrible. So his defense team, he was convicted of that, and now it's time to figure out his sentencing. His defense team asked that life without parole be dismissed from his hearing in July, and the judge is going to be ruling on that tomorrow, or is going to be ruling on that tomorrow. I think it's tomorrow.
So
For us, I was gonna
the
say for us it's tomorrow, but when this airs, it could be another day. So Tyler, the question is, do you think that he should be given, or it should be an option for life without parole? And he was a minor at the time of the shooting. He still is a minor, but he was 15 at the time. That's the big issue with this, because he's a minor. Do you think that he should be given or have the option of receiving or being sentenced to life without parole?
I mean, we're talking about four lives that aren't here anymore. We're talking about families that don't have their family members. I think it's one thing to talk about, like we have some crimes that are less severe, you know, that are, drug crimes or drug trafficking or, those types of crimes. Sure. But like, I remember, being at work, my full-time job, and watching news coverage, and just after this happened, and then, the signs were there. Like, I for me, no, I don't. I even my whole body hurts. My heart hurts. My chest hurts right now as we talk about this. Um, I don't even like saying this person's name. Like, you're just a monster. And no, there you can't take those lives back. Those families are still hurting, and this was back in 2021. It's years, like, and it's not going to get easier. That's what really, no, like, ooh, I'm trying to voice my opinion, and not and not like lash out and not cuss, and you know but no, I don't think he deserves to get out. No, there's no easy way out. I feel like, people make mistakes, but like, this is something that you knew what you were doing. I don't care. You were 15. This isn't some slap on the wrist, and let's move forward with life. Like, four lives. That's one life too many. That's not coming back. And these families will never have closure. And they have to live their days and continue with their life. And like, from the journals and the notes and the interactions, that occurred at school leading up to this person knew what they were doing. And you made your bed. Now you have to lay in it, and that bed shouldn't be your bed back at your parents' house, or shouldn't be your bed at your own place. That's going to be the bed that you sit in. And I don't have no sympathy. My heart hurts for the families. My heart hurts for the entire community, the staff, the students that were there. But that is an event that I feel like people here in Michigan are gonna remember, watching the news coverage as it was happening. And being people that work in this industry,
Yeah.
yes, we're, we have to, it's our job to report, it's our job, but we give you our opinions, me and you do. And
Yes.
I'm no, absolutely not. Like I said, hearing his name even just sets me off. Um, yeah. Whew. And my heart is with the families, the staff, the students, the entire Oxford community. My heart is there with you guys, and still will forever be.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Heart definitely has been going out. And I think you touched on a good thing there, Ty, too, because people don't realize, like, when we work in this industry and we're watching things happen, like when talent has to go out there, or reporters or anchors have to go out there and report on this while it's happening. Um, that that that's hard to do. Even with the Michigan State shooting, when that happened, I remember um, one of the anchors, she's an alma mater. That's her alma mater, and she's alumni. That's her alma mater, and she was like almost in tears, during that shooting, because we were reporting on it live, getting live information, not knowing how that was going to end up, not knowing how many people were gonna. And it's the same thing with this. Like, that's really that is a lot. That's a lot to take in, and I think he didn't just shake the families up; he shook the world up. you know, High school, 15 years old, came to work or came to school and shot kids. And I think a point to point out too, we talked about this a little earlier, Ty, is that he he planned that. Like that was, he Googled what's the worst sentence you can get. How long does it take for police to respond in a school shooting? He Googled and used that information to, to plan his attacks. So for me, this is kind of tough. And this is why. I do believe people can change. I do believe in grace. And I think I would hate to be held to something that I did as a child, because I'm not going to be the same I'm not the same person I was at 15 as I am today. But it's just so difficult because he did a pretty gruesome thing. Um, so it's just tough for me. And I want to be clear too. This ruling is to see if he can even have the option of life without parole. They're going to have another hearing to actually sentence him. He'll have his sentencing hearing later on after this ruling comes out. But this one's a tough one for me because I do believe that children have the ability to change. And there's other people in jail who have committed murders. Now, granted, the school shooting, I mean, that's scary. He changed how people run their schools, safety, how kids feel. He traumatized kids too, even kids that weren't shot. You know, kids that had to go to school knowing their best friend, or kids who had to watch their friends die, or like, he traumatized a lot of people. So can I be upset that this is even a conversation? No, it's just, for me, I'm that one person that holds on to that like little tiny piece of light, where it's like, what if he can be rehabilitated? What if he can change? What if he can be shown grace? Now,
And
go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say it. That doesn't mean that he can just roam around free. Let me be clear. I'm not saying that he should just be able to one day walk back outside and be as free as he once was. But what if he was in a halfway house, or maybe not a house, but that he doesn't have to be in a cell forever. That's what I'll say. It's tough for me though, because I get it. It's just that little hope, that it's the Christian in me, where I'm like, people can change. People can change. So why can't he be given the opportunity? Especially if he serves 60 years in jail. I mean, or 70 years in jail. He's 80, he'll get out at 80, 85, whatever. It's
But
like,
like,
I don't know. I'm stuck.
and I do understand, the woman of faith that you are, and I do understand that, and I do agree that people can change, but I guess more so the question being, like, he can change, but we can't change and bring those lives back.
But neither will him being in jail.
You're right.
Now, I'm not saying that means he should just be out here free. Let me be clear. But I'm just giving a different scenario, painting a different perspective, because I think it's easy to this is so difficult for me to say, because I think what he did was absolutely despicable. I want to be perfectly clear here. I think it was sick. I was devastated. I'm still devastated. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking because I have nieces and nephews in school. I plan on having children who will go to school. My
It's
heart would
because
stop if I got a call that my child died in school. He was shot in school. So it's terrible. So it's really hard to say this, but I feel kind of inclined to put that out there, because I do feel that all people can change. And Saul was a mass murderer. He changed. That's biblical. So it's just tough. But I feel like he can go to jail for life, but without ever being able to get out. He could go to jail, his whole life change. He could meet Jesus. His whole perspective could change, and He's never gonna get the opportunity, and he's 15. But he did do something despicable. It was despicable. So it's hard for me because I do get it. I do understand the passion. I understand the anger. I understand the hurt. It's just for me, it's like he's 15. He could
And
change.
it is like you said, it is a very hard decision, and it's a decision that it's the last thing that anybody wants to think about. You don't want to have to play the game of what would I do or how would I feel if I'm in this situation. It's something that nobody wants to experience.
Absolutely.
It's also uh, an inexcusable tragedy that people are going to have to carry on their lives with. And like you said, I have I'm friends with somebody who she homeschools her son, and I think like you said, I want to be able to have kids in this world and or have a family and not have to worry about
Absolutely.
uh, what is my child going to be okay on a day-to-day basis. And then like you said, even our fellow colleagues and reporters and people that work in this industry, that has a toll. I think that's really important to we at the end of the day, these reporters, these anchors, these people that work behind the scenes in the newsrooms, these are everyday people at the end of the day that have families. And that I always am like I'm so appreciative because I know, being somebody in the industry, that those stories have a toll on your mental health, whether you're reporting, whether you're directly impacted, and no amount of words. I'm at a loss of words. I really am.
It is. I'm honestly, I'm praying for the judge, and I'm hoping that because he has to take both arguments into account and make a decision that will change this young man's life and hurt a lot of people, regardless of if he rules in one way or the other. It's going to affect a lot of people because a lot of people were hurt by this, and we can't ignore that. We can't ignore those facts that it was extremely premeditated, and it was very planned, and it was very calculated, and he was very meticulous and detail oriented. He knew what he was doing, right, based off the evidence. So it's hard for me to say like people can change. Maybe him being in a cell for 60 years, somebody taking advantage of that boy for 60 years, somebody, because prison rape is real. It just is what it is. You know, he'll be young in an adult prison. People will know what he did. People don't like when kids are messed with in jail. So I highly doubt he's gonna have a good experience in prison.
Lay, before we segue out of this conversation, I do want to ask you your opinion when it comes down to like um the signs that, like you said, like we mentioned, that led up to, or there were journals or notes, you know what I mean. The teachers had I think there were conversations that were had, don't quote me, about the child, about his behavior.
What the
um yeah, do you think, I mean, how do you feel like, the parents got what they deserved? I mean, you can't, at the end of the day, I guess that even in itself is a separate hard conversation, because that is your child. Like, I guess there's a lot of different factors involved.
I think, and I know we kind of, I feel like with the parents, I think if they get convicted, that's going to open up a door that to parents that, because as sick as this situation was, let's pray it never happens again, right? Um, but maybe their parents, his parents, I don't know. Do you think your child is really capable of being a mass murderer and going to school and being a school shooter? So when someone tries to tell, sometimes parents don't want to hear the negative about their children. They don't want to believe that. I don't know. This is my thing. It's not so much about this segregated situation. It's more so about what happens after this ruling. So it's like, if your child starts selling drugs, are you going to be held responsible for that? If
Mm.
your child is, decides to shoplift at a store or rob a store or something or whatever, are you going to be held responsible for that? Because we can't be everywhere with our children. And the reality is that children get into things. And I mean, I've done things that my parents don't know about. I'm sure you have too. And things that I'm not necessarily proud of.
Right.
That I know my parents would be disappointed if they knew that I did that. So it's like, I'm more so concerned about what doors that'll open, because how many people are we going to see in jail behind something that, because I think you you have to prove their state of mind. You have to prove that they knew X, Y, and Z was happening. Do you really know what your child is doing all the time? And this is not me defending the Crumleys. I'm thinking about
Just
what happens if they get convicted, because this is going to be really a landmark case. Like, it's going to be a landmark case, meaning that this is going to set precedent for other cases to come. So,
because correct me if I'm wrong, I don't know the actual statistic, but because there's quite a lot of states that have already banned this for juveniles, correct?
and this is why it's such a big deal. Yeah, a lot of states, you cannot give a child, a minor, life without parole. Um, for the same, kids can change. I mean, really, I mean, they're children, they're minors. So, and I
And
think there's people who committed murders and stuff who are in jail, children, or minors, I should say, that are in jail without parole. They have the option to get parole. It might be in 40, 50 years, but they have that option. So I don't know. The grand thing, shoot up no school and make no whole national case, but it's terrible that this is even a conversation. It's so terrible that we have to sit here and talk about a school shooting at a high school, and should he go to jail for his life, and should his parents be charged for what their son did? Um, it's just really awful that this is even a conversation, and it's like I can't even get on the picket line for him. Like, I can't say absolutely not. Do not give him life without parole, because if I'm being completely honest, politically speaking, I do stand. I don't believe children should get life without parole. I don't. In this situation, like he did, that was a lot. That was a lot. It was so many levels. It was so many levels to where I can understand why this is a thing. But like I said, that seed of faith, my mustard seed of faith, believes he can change. So,
and I think it's important to point out also, stating the obvious, Layy and I by no means are any type of prosecutor, judge,
your own research.
like, and that's with any type of topic or discussion. We're here to just kind of pick your brains or share bits and pieces of how we feel about different topics.
And these are our takes, our opinions. That's it. They're opinions.
Not none of our sponsors, our advertisers, the station. Is solely how we feel.
Our opinions.
And I like I said, I just to kind of segue us out, I think that just know that my heart, my prayers are going to the judge, everybody involved, the families, the entire school district and community, and I think Layy would probably second that comment as well.
Absolutely, 100%. I just hope that we can. I believe that what's supposed to happen will happen, and God is in control. In these situations, that's the only thing I can say. That's the only thing I can say, is that God is in control. So,
and it's also important to point out that the parents back in March, the Michigan Court of Appeals upheld a ruling, which is ordering them to stand trial on the 4 involuntary manslaughter charges they each face. So that's kind of the what's going on with the parents portion of this tragedy. Whew.
That was heavy, huh? We got deep today. Real takes got real deep, real political, judicial.
Judicial, yeah, not even political. It's
Real judicial. So
real, real legal. I don't legality. I just like that word.
yeah.
Legality.
So thank you
That's
guys for hanging on through that conversation. I know you might not agree with me, you might not agree with Ty, but just making this a space where we can share our opinions, and you all can have your opinions about our opinions, because that's what makes this the Taker Table. And you know, you have your take, we have our take. So that was a great conversation. Very needed, very tough, very heavy, but needed. So I think that was awesome. So I think we need a little motivation, Ty,
tie your
to close this
laces.
one out. I think it's time we need to tie our laces.
I think
And
so. It's time to get the weekend in full effect. So tie your laces and get motivated. If you're new to the show, thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching. As Lay says, sometimes it's the heavy hitters with the conversations, and I think it's just so important that we have that platform. Some other platforms may be scripted or may censor what they're sharing, and I think that's what sets us apart. That's what makes us different. And we always say, whether it's one person watching, 7 people watching, or soon to be 2,000 people watching, we're here, and it's those conversations that impact our viewers, our listeners, us, our communities, your guys' communities. And I think the little inspiration that I got for you guys today is kind of two-parted. I just think that it's really, now is the time where we're months away from a new year, a new beginning, as we all continue to grow and kind of figure out the last chunk of this year. I can't believe it's about to be October. I'm so ready. I hope I almost said 2023. I hope 2020. What year are we in? I hope
23.
2024 better bring us some positivity. I know it's Scott. We've got a lot of stuff planned for all of us on the show. So I'm gonna leave y'all with, take that time to really, I guess, be open and honest with people and have those conversations that may scare you, or you may not know the answers. I feel like, you could live a life and thinking one way about you and somebody, or you and, a friend, or just not knowing the other person's perspective or how they feel. And I think it's so important to not only check in with yourself, but also have those conversations with your friends, your family, your loved ones. And then my little quote, y'all know I got the quote, because like Lay mentioned earlier, I stay reading. There's stacks of books all over my bedroom. I'm gonna take a picture and post it on Twitter or something. But y'all, there's more books than Tyler is ever gonna get around to reading. But this one is: the cancers of the mind are comparing, complaining, and criticizing. And I believe that's from Jay Shetty. And I just think it's, take time to check in with yourself and make sure that you're not living a life full of complaints, criticism, and comparing, because that's gonna make your life, your lifetime and your journey here probably very short. So that's what I got for y'all.
That was good. That was good. Thank you so much, Ty, for that Ty inspiration. We needed that. Okay.
Lay, what you got? What you got? What you got? Lay is words of wisdom.
I think I'm gonna end this with at this event that I went to with Dr. West, I was able to speak with Gary Hunter, and he is the owner of the Shot News newspaper, and he's incredible. He does his own work. He takes his own photography. He writes the article. He does all the traveling. He covers 16 states on his own. His papers in the White House. He has a relationship with our president, vice president. So, and me talking to him, he said something that was really profound to the point where I had to write it down. So he said, "Be careful the habits you pick up. Habits will hinder your favor." Meaning that if God has a calling over your life and you're favored by Him, if you pick up a worldly habit or something that can distract you, it can take away from that favor, that calling on your life. And that was just really powerful to me. So just watch the things, the habits you pick up. Watch the cursing, watch the drinking, watch the smoking, watch the going out, watch the always the need to kick it and be with friends and have a crowd around you. Watch being in love with money. Watch watch all, because it can hinder you from getting where God wants you to go. So I think that once you figure out your purpose, and I think I've talked about this. I think right now we're in a season where we're finding our purpose. And once we have that purpose and we develop that plan, and that plan is aligned with what we need to do, stay focused and don't get distracted. And don't get distractions. Don't always come in the human form. Sometimes they come in habits that you don't even think about. So I think that was so good to me that I had to share that. I had to share, be careful the habits you pick up, because your habits will hinder your faith.
Wow.
So I thought that was really, really good and really powerful. And something
Yes.
that can carry you through. Especially after that heavy conversation we just had, child. That was well needed but heavy. So thank y'all so much. That was great. Da, 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 da. Yes.
That was really great. I'm actually as soon as we end this broadcast, I'm about to go ahead and purchase that book on Amazon. So I'm about to look at all of his books actually.
Yes.
But yeah, like
the newspaper. Just look up Gary Hunter.
Okay.
Yes. Look up.
Oh, I was talking about Cornel's book, but I'm gonna.
Oh yes. Oh yes, please. He's incredible, y'all. Like y'all are supporting a real person that's he's amazing. So this is The Radical King. This is the book that I bought and I'm reading right now. We'll be reading. I just got it. So he's awesome. So definitely do that.
We might have to start our little book club, because I got that budgeting book for you too. So
yes.
We might have to do like a book club with us, like individually, but also like the takers.
Yes, I would love that.
We got other ideas. I'm still waiting on the bedroom pillows.
Right. Oh, okay. Well, before we let you guys go, please be sure to follow us on all social media: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everything, anything, because it's all at
Ty and Lay's Take.
Yes, so make sure you follow us, and it's scrolling across your screen right now. I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you to my amazing co-host. Thank you to the takers. We love you guys. Keep watching. Keep giving us feedback. If you want to be a part of Takers Table, please reach out to us. You can DM us. You can email us. That is scrolling across the bottom of your screen as well. You can text or email us.
Layy said you can text us on WhatsApp.
all that. Text, call, send a message in the sky.
I just don't want a group chat and group me, because it's bad enough. I get messages from Layy before the sun comes up.
That's true. Expect that.
So yes, Layy, I just want to say real quick as well, thank you to you for always riding it out with me, and I'm so excited. Like we got some big things planned, so I just want to say thank you. And that conversation was heavy, but it's a conversation that needed to be had. So I just appreciate you as always being open. And just I'm excited. I'm ready for next weekend. I'm ready for the next show. Takers, we love y'all, and we'll be back. We're just. It's gonna be episode 50 in no time.
That was great. I love that we could agree to disagree too, Ty. I think this was a healthy unison conversation that we had too. And we ended it with amazing inspiration and work.
Yes.
I'm feeling good.
So, yes, make sure y'all take that, carry you throughout this weekend and into next week. And we'll be back real soon. I'm not sure when, but we'll be back.
Yes. See y'all later.